I don't think we'll ever know why it's there. There are various theories as to how it formed, in that matter basically compressed into such a state that it blew outwards in what's called the Big Bang theory. So it was almost like if you get a rubber ball that's maybe a mile across and then compress it down to a ball being an inch across, all of that matter and energy eventually just expanded out and just blew out. As to why there is a universe, I don't think we'll ever really know the answer to that.
How do you know it's a universe, and why do people call it a universe?
We know what the universe is by looking as far as we can with telescopes. Basically, when you look at the night sky, you're actually looking at a time machine. Because light, which is what you see, whether it's starlight, sunlight, moonlight, or the light from a distant galaxy seen through a telescope, even the Hubble telescope orbiting the Earth, the light takes a certain amount of time to get it. It's actually 186,000 miles a second. So you're seeing the moon as it was about 2 seconds ago. You're seeing the sun as it was 9 minutes ago. You're seeing our nearest star as it was 4 years ago. And at the moment I've got a picture up on the screen here which shows our nearest large galaxy, which is known as the Andromeda Galaxy, which is basically a spiral cluster of stars, very much like the cluster that we're in, that the Earth is in, and the solar system. And we're seeing that as it was 2 million years ago. Now, looking through a telescope at objects further and further away, we've got to about 14 billion years ago. Is the furthest we've got so far. And the further you see the objects away, the faster they're going away from us. Okay, which means that 14 billion years ago they were travelling faster than they are now. So we know that they expanded out at some point in time to create the universe.
It's very like circly thing. So say if you put it on the table, it's like a circle shape and another circle and a dot.
Yes, I'm looking at the galaxy here. Yeah, the galaxy, it is almost like a disc. There's different sorts of galaxies. Our galaxy is almost like a flat disc of stars. It's actually 100,000 light years across, which means if you flicked on a torch at one side, the light would take 100,000 years to get to the other side. And it's about where we are. It's only about 15,000 light years thick. So it's almost like a lozenge shape. You know those sherbet.
Yeah.
Little sherbet flying saucers, that's the sort of shape of, if you looked at it end on, that's the sort of shape of it. It bulges in the middle and then goes out to flat on the outside. We're about 2/3 of the way out in one of the arms of this.
Cool. How do you know there isn't more than one universe?
Well, for practical reasons, we can only go by theories. I think that question should be really addressed to the late and great Albert Einstein, because we're talking in the realms of parallel universes and how many dimensions there are. Theoretically, on paper, there can be more than one universe, but until somebody actually finds a way of crossing the boundaries into a theoretical another dimension, we'll never know for sure.
Do you think we are the last living planet in the universe?
Again, no. Because the universe is constantly evolving. I mean, we see in the night sky at certain times, I mean, throughout history, there's been spectacular cases of what are called supernova, which are stars dying, and you get exploding stars. Some of them are so bright that they can be seen during the day. They actually outshine the moon and what have you. They're next to the sun in brightness.
Sometimes I see the moon in the day, and I'm just like, it's awkward.
Well, if you know where to look, you can actually see some of the bigger stars, Jupiter and Saturn and Venus. You can actually see in broad daylight. But you've got to look exactly at them. You've got to know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
But looking at different star clusters and nebula, there's a picture here of the famous what's called the Pleiades cluster near the constellation of Orion. And these are new stars being born, and you can see the gas around them. So there are stars being created now. I mean, we're about 4.5 billion years old on Earth. There are new stars now. In the future, in many millions of years' time, these stars may have planets when ours is gone. And there are also planets or stars which have had planets which have died. So it's a constantly evolving thing.
Say if there was like some set of pieces of planets. So if ours one died, like you said, it might be growing again, like another kind of planet. What's similar?
Well, our planet, once it dies, because what will happen with our planet is that the sun will eventually die, and it will contract, and then blow out into what's called a red giant or a supergiant and eventually go supernova. And the size of it would be such that the Earth would actually be inside the star. Okay, so we would be completely gone, vaporised. But don't worry, folks. This won't happen in our lifetimes. We're only about a third of the way through the life of the sun at the moment. So if you do find the elixir of life and you're still alive in 12 billion years' time, you might just see it. But I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, to be honest.
Okay.
Thank you for talking to you. It was very nice.
You're welcome. Thank you.